get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Down. Lady. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Shotgun now for Carr. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
25, check 25, check 25.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running is Jacobs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You can't block me. 49 the mic. Watch 49. Go. 49, guys.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
57. Here we go. check three, check three, check three. Bang, 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 bang.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Now, waiting. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check your hot read.
Running the toss here to Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
46-yard line.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, echo. You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? 57. Mike, 57.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come on, set. Hey, hold on. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up. Got one. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Coming.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, Jackson. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. There he goes, left side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The extra point up and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help them a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
Now it's Jackson. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Mike 50, Mike 50. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cleveland Farrell in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. 4th down and on his Ty Long to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here's Jacobs. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
57, Raider 2. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Check.
Kill, kill.
Express. 57 to Mike. I'm on.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Tight end's right.
Now a carry for Jacobs.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Down! You ready? 51. Hey, here I come! Here I come! Right now!
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Down! 185! Double time! Five down! 29! 57 to Mike! Express! To Mike! Hey, Haywood! 57 to Mike!
No gain on this defense. No.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
6:37.
49 to Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
49 to Mike. Watch 49.
It's a party now.
That's it.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Jackson now. Going to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
50's the mark. 50's the mark.
Here we go.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Hey, tight.
Mike's 50. Run it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And it's complete. Henry. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. Give him 12 yards there, the Chargers have a 1st down.
Running. 15 running. 15 running.
Hey, we got to get the stop here, D.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Target.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Got Gordon open, completes it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Charger kicker Mike Badgley on 4th down, coming out to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Badgley's kick is good. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Now Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Jackson. Able to get this to Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson now. Caught by Allen. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. It's Sylvester Williams there to bring him down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let him know.
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
17 yards.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Here we go, Echo. Defense all day. All day.
Hey, 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
I got you.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Back now in the East Bay. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Here's Jackson. He completes it to Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They get into the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Go Chiefs.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. The tackle made by Landon Roberts. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Running the jet sweep with Ridley, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On first down, Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
694.
57's the mic. 50.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
57. Mike, 57.
Shotgun now for Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 180. Hey, come on. 280.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
From the gun, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
80 weapons. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Silver. Check 9, check 9.
Carr to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check. Express. You gotta get moving, man.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 50. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go. Truck.
Throwing now is Jackson. And This is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 9-yard line.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Check 4. Raider 2.
They run it with Jacobs, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And it's pandemonium in the black hole as the silver and black have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Oakland, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.